What's going on, everybody? It's me, Archie, known as Biscuit Butt, and I have not put out a video in nearly a year. And this is my second video ever. My first one I'm going to put right here, and it was about my experience on Whatnot for the first time as somebody with zero social media and just what I did to actually create sales. So check it out if you want to learn more about that. But today, what I want to talk about is I want to talk about my lack of motivation to want to list and just really do anything in my reselling career because of my disorganization and just the clutter that's around me. And I'm going to talk today about why I got into that little situation and what I'm going to do about it and how I'm going to hold myself accountable. And I know that many of you also probably deal with the same situation where just sometimes you just don't feel like doing anything today. And it could be a numerous amount of reasons why. Mine basically is just because of the disorganization, and I just don't feel like going into my little listing room and just walking around clutter. And I know that some of you probably deal with the same situation. You probably just also deal with life. You got kids, you're married, you're constantly taking your kids to practice or any of their activities, you're doing things with your spouse. And it's one of the reasons we actually got into this business of reselling because of the flexibility and the amount of time that we can spend with family and friends and doing hobbies. So, my goal today is really just to show you and be transparent with you about, and I'm going to be embarrassed with this, but I'm going to actually show you how cluttered and how disorganized I am. And I'm going to do a little time lapse of me actually correcting it. And then going forward, what I'm going to be doing on this channel is I'm going to be just basically vlogging my life as a reseller and taking you on along with me on journeys of my sourcing. I'm going to show you some what's sold. I'm going to talk about just some of the obstacles we deal with in the reselling business. And I'm just really going to be raw and organic with just what I do on an everyday life as a reseller. I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes. Hopefully, I do a lot of things that will actually help you. But what I'm more excited about is that I'm going to be able to learn from you guys in the comments. Some of the biggest obstacles that I've actually overcome was from failure and learning. And that's really the goal of this channel, is that we all can just grow and learn together. Just to give you a little background about me, about 3 years ago, I ended my career with a restaurant that I had worked for almost 19 years. My restaurant was actually on the strip, and unfortunately, during the pandemic, uh, we did have to shut down because everything on the strip was shut down. And I basically was furloughed. And when I went back to work, it just wasn't the same. We were only allowed to see 25% of the restaurant, and tourists just weren't coming in, especially the international tourists just weren't coming into Vegas. And after about 6 months of that, I had to make a decision. And while I was furloughed, I actually started flipping sewing machines because people were buying sewing machines like crazy to make masks. And I kind of dabbled a little bit into some storage units and some liquidation pallets. And I just had a lot of fun doing it. And I learned from a lot of people. I'm going to put a bunch of them up here, the people that I learned from. And I'm actually lucky to actually have a lot of these people as friends and as people that I can reach out to and ask questions to. And I thank you all for that. But one of my biggest allies, my best friend that lives out here in Vegas, is John with the channel Flippin' Ain't Easy, which I'll put right here. And he actually put a video out a few weeks ago, which again, I'll put that right here. You have to check it out. But right before he did that video, I remember he and I having a conversation about just disorganization and the clutterness. And I was just kind of venting to him that I was just having trouble getting motivated just because I just felt unorganized and I just didn't really want to do anything. And he put out this wonderful video because he kind of ran into the same thing, where he was just highly motivated to get out and do some listing, but it just halted him right away because he had a bunch of just clutter and he was stepping around things, and he just wanted to make a video because the struggle really is real. And check out his video. It'll resonate with you because I know that we're all dealing with this in the reselling business. Again, it's not the only obstacle we run into. I get that. There are so many, but this is my biggest obstacle that I run into with just having no motivation. And I want to hold myself accountable. I want you guys to hold myself accountable, and hopefully this will motivate you with whatever you're dealing with to also want to make some changes and get your business going again. You know, I also just had a lack of motivation because I was dealing with something internally with a relationship that had ended, and I just didn't want to be in the house. So I actually did some things to get me outside of the house, and I just kind of let my eBay business go to the wayside. And now it's back to building my business back and getting it back on track. And again, I want you to follow my journey. I'm going to start putting out content regularly. And I just hope that you enjoy it, and leave the comments down below. Let me know anything, good, bad, ugly, I don't care. I love interaction, and I hope you subscribe. And let's get into what's keeping me from being motivated. So I'm gonna show you now how disorganized I am. Do not judge me, because I will judge you. No, I'm just kidding. But don't judge me. Actually, you know what? Yeah, judge me. Let me know how bad I am and how disorganized, and how much you are just not impressed with me, because maybe that will motivate me. But here, just follow me, and let me show you. All right, so here we go. Time to judge me. But you might think I'm a hoarder, but I'm really not a hoarder. I love to buy stuff. I'm sure that all of us love buying. The listing, the shipping, it is a grind, but it's how we make money, and we have to do it. And you're probably asking yourself, well, I'm sure that you're constantly cleaning and organizing, and how do you get in this mess? Well, the way I get into this mess is, yes, I will go through periods where I clean everything. I'm completely organized. I'm motivated. But then as I buy, I start just piling stuff up with the intention of, hey, if I get it today, I'm going to list it today. But guess what? I never do, just because life happens again. And one of the biggest struggles is just working from home. Obviously, I would love to be able to have the overhead of just having some type of warehouse or an office or something where I could go to every day, but that just ain't gonna happen. I don't have that capital to spend on that overhead. So I have to do out of my house. I have plenty of room. I live by myself. I basically have two little areas. I have like a little office area, which I'll show you in a little bit. Then I have an area where I have some product, and then I also have all the items that I have listed on shelving. I use half of my garage. Well, actually, I use all my garage right now because I just emptied out another storage unit and filled it. So now I can't park in my garage, which I want to. But and then I have a room upstairs that I use with some inventory also. But it just starts piling up, and you know, especially when I do shipping, I'll start using some boxes, and then if that box doesn't fit, I kind of throw it to the side. I also a lot of my shipping materials, I will actually get it free from people that are just looking to give away boxes, paper, bubble wrap. I mean, it's out there, guys. You just have to go on the local sites like OfferUp, Nextdoor, Facebook Marketplace. People are always giving it up. That doesn't mean I don't buy supplies, because I still do. But I'm able to get a lot of it just free locally. And I think, I mean, when you're doing a business on your own and you're working for yourself, you have to find ways to cut costs. And I've been very successful with doing that. I'm trying not to show you too much of the clutter yet. But I guess at this point we just kind of got to get into it. So guys, this is my first room that I have. I will kind of show you. It's a room where my intention really is to have a lot of it, like all this area, just to have stuff that's listed. And then over here, I really just want to kind of have some items that are ready. Basically like my staging area where I'm just going to have items that, hey, I'm going to pull it then and put it over into this room. And again, this is just horrendous, guys. Look at this. But my goal is, you know, there's my computer area that's just completely unorganized. I mean, look at this, guys. This is horrible. I'm embarrassed, but I don't care because I'm going to fix it and you guys will see it. But, you know, I just have a bunch of shipping supplies and just stuff thrown everywhere. Product. I mean, this is stuff that will sell once I get it listed. And I'm just, look, even in my hallway, I have stuff that I've acquired. And I just need to get it listed. Just a lot of incredible things. All right, guys, so here it goes. Oh, wish me luck. I'm not even Catholic, but pray for me. Let's get into this. All right, guys, I am hard at work and I've decided that probably the easiest thing for me to do is to play a little ping pong. And I'm just gonna have to start moving some of this and just kind of putting it down my hallway in this other room. I just feel like it would be easier if I just completely gut this room out first and then start from scratch. And then when I get over to that side, then I'll probably have to start moving stuff over this way and reorganizing. And then I'm probably going to take a lot of stuff up to the other room because the room upstairs, I plan on that pretty much just being like a storage area where I'll put items that eventually I will bring down here to list. But those are videos that I'm going to do in the future are going to be attacking my death pile. So hopefully you guys will enjoy those, but let me get back to work. All right, guys, I think I'm like halfway all right, yeah, let's be honest. I'm only like a quarter of the way in this room, but still grinding. All right, guys, I am finished. I'm happy. You can probably tell by the different clothes that it's taken me 2 days, but I'm happy. There's still some things that I would probably do a little different, and I probably still may. But the biggest thing is I am in a headspace where I now feel comfortable with listing. And I'll show you the storage room. You know, I mean, I still have all my listings, which isn't a lot, but we'll get there. I actually, this little clothes rack I assembled, and I'll start utilizing that because I do want to start doing a little more clothing. And then right here is just a bunch of stuff that I will eventually get to. But my goal is to bring stuff from upstairs that is kind of like a little storage room and bring it down here, put it in this room to eventually move over to my little eBay office room. So right here, there's probably a good 400 or 500 items, believe it or not. I mean, it doesn't look like it, but there's about 300 sealed DVDs that I'll get listed. But my goal is to list about $300 to $400 a day. My average sale price, not including DVDs though, is is generally right around 40 to 50. So my goal though is to still do about 10 items a day, or whatever's going to get me to that average sales price. But you know, you're going to see there's some big ticketed items. There's some electronics here, some DVD writers that are well over 100. These should probably get me a couple hundred each. But you know, there's a lot of stuff here that I'll get listed over the next few weeks. My goal is to have all of this stuff listed by the end of the month, which should not be a problem at all. And then I'll start attacking that pile over there, move that over here, bring some stuff down, just kind of have a little rotation. But I have my little area where I do my photos. I always like to have my TV right here because I have the cable so that I can plug any VCRs or any electronics that I want to test and either take a video of, because I absolutely love taking videos and listing them on the eBay platform, and obviously take pictures just showing that things are working correctly. Huge improvement here to just my little office area where I have my computer, my printer. I was able to bring this. I got this out of a storage unit, and I love this thing. I probably could have sold it and got a couple $100 for it, but it's more valuable to me in here. And I just kind of put a lot of my supplies that I would use pretty much on an everyday basis, you know, like batteries and then my tape measure and lint rollers and things like that. So I'm glad I finally moved that in here and using it, and just kind of just cleaned up my clutter. I mean, you'll see my little area where I have all my boxes. Again, I generally just get a bunch of free stuff. That's how I run my business. I will buy stuff as I need it, boxes, etc. But I'm telling you guys, just look on the local platforms. You will find stuff for free. Again, that's how you should probably run your business, is as cost effective as possible. But again, you guys probably know as much, if not more than I do. But anyway, I'll do a little side by side of what it looked like before and what it looked like now. So I hope you guys are happy and proud of me too. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you maybe got a little motivation out of it. It's not going to happen overnight. Hopefully it does. Hopefully you guys didn't get in the situation I did, where it was just absolute insanity as far as the clutter that I had to deal with. But you know, I got it done. I'm happy, and I'm actually going to start putting out videos, and I'm going to show you actually me listing those items over the next few days. I'll probably put out videos every other day or every 3-4 days. I haven't decided yet, but my goal is definitely to get this channel going, and you know, basically just to show you guys my life and my reselling life, and you know, hopefully just learn from you guys, and hopefully I can have some value to you. So thank you, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.